So I thought I would bring you a little tutorial tonight. I'm playing around with a look that I didn't get to do over the weekend that I really was looking forward to doing on one of my sister's nails. So we're gonna do it here, and I'll have a little trial because it's been in my head, but I haven't actually got it to put it down and actually see what it looks like. So we're gonna do that now. This is what I'm using for my base. It's a dark glaze. And this was a good idea that I had. I was going to use my marbled inks to kind of create a little bit of really dark breakage, like in the background. However, it really didn't do me any favors. So I would skip that part next time. So when I realized it really wasn't working, I decided to go ahead and scrap that idea, and I wanted to start again with a fresh coat of my dark glaze. And you'll see why the marbled ink really wasn't a great idea once we kind of get going in this little art project, because I would end up basically just kind of covering over it anyway. So, okay, next I'm gonna go in with these two slick pours. So I'm gonna lay down my base coat, and I'm not gonna nuke it. And then I'm going to dip into my slick pours and then just kind of dot those on my nail here. I'm obsessed with my little slick pours, and if you haven't tried them yet, I highly recommend them. They're a lot of fun to play with. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of my second slip pour and did I say slick pour? Okay, well, I think so. Anyway, add some of that, see what it does on the nail here. Now, because I would just end up covering up that little marble effect that we had going on, I figured I would go ahead and just kind of delicately lay in some of those crackle lines here with my licorice color from D&D. Now, there is one step in this video where I use this green foil and the gold foil. I just kind of dabbed some of the green and gold foil on here, and I thought I was filming it and I wasn't, but that's okay, I'll catch you up now. So I just nuked that after I got the powder laid down, and now I'm going ahead and laying down a base coat because I'm going to apply some of these little glitters on here, and I'm just tapping at it to make sure that my foil is laid down, and I'm trying to kind of kick off one of these little greenish apple colored glitter flakes that I have. Also, I got those from Young Nails. Actually, I think when I ordered these, I ended up getting like all of their little flakes like this. And I'm glad I did because they've come in so handy and they're so much fun to play with. They really change the way that your nail art looks. Now, I'm not putting a lot of these, just enough to kind of give it that extra little sparkle. After we get that nuked and into place, now I'm going to go in with my Young Nails Synergy Gel. It's in the Build Pink, and I'm just going to kind of add a nice gloss over this to really magnify everything that we've done. And then into that, before I nuke it, I'm actually going to go back in with my licorice and add some of that cracked black line again. By the way, if you are enjoying this little tutorial, please remember to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. Leave me a comment on what you think of the nails because I'd love to hear from you guys. All right, we'll get back to the actual art here. I had planned on doing my sister's nails on Mother's Day when we had a little brunch, and then we ended up going to an antique mall and looking around, and I thought we would have time before I headed back home, but we didn't. We did more shopping than than we initially anticipated. So the day kind of got away from us, but I'll be doing this look probably in about a week on actual hands. And I'm going to keep this application just kind of on a slant. That way it just looks a little bit more natural and more like a gemstone. There's really no particular place I'm putting it, or I really don't have a specific amount that I want to use. Just kind of going with the flow. Now, of course, she's not perfectly smooth because this is just kind of my little sample here that I'm doing to see what it's going to actually look like when I put my thoughts into action. So I'm just going to top coat it and then have a final look at it and see if this is close to what I had in my mind. This is our final look. So she's actually got a lot more going on than what I initially had in my mind. However, I absolutely love her. So probably my sister would like a smaller version of this, probably not as flashy. So maybe just the same kind of thing, just not as much of it. And I have got the kitty yelling at me for food, so I guess this is my cue to kind of wrap things up. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and I'll see you soon.